spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning. And eventually, I woke up. And when I woke up, I found myself overlooking a wide, slow-moving river, looking out at logs. The logs were all different shapes. Some were big, and some were small. Some were curved, and some were straight. And some of the logs seemed to have little bumps on their back. And other logs seemed to have a tail. And then there was a log that seemed to have feet. And then there was a log that seemed to have teeth. So as I looked down at the river and I looked at the logs, I started to wonder, what kind of log has a bumpy back, a long tail, feet, and teeth? And as I was wondering, I watched and watched, and I realized the logs were moving. And they weren't just moving in a straight line. And after a while, I realized those weren't logs, those were crocodiles. I was seeing so many interesting things about the crocodiles, I decided I needed to talk to an expert and learn a little more. I talked to one of the up-and-coming guides who had lots of experience with the tropical dry forest animals like crocodiles. Richard Gomez has been exploring the crocodiles of Tempisque National Park since he was a little boy.
Hola, my name is Richard. I'm 24 years old. I'm from Liberia, Guanacaste, Costa Rica. So I love nature, but my grandpa, he was a ranger in a national park, right? So on vacations, I went to the national parks. I saw birds, so I like it. After high school, we have some college, right? So you go to college and you get specialized in some different kind of forests, right? So now I'm specialized in dry forest. Now I'm studying to get the general guide license. So we're learning about volcanoes, about forests, so different kind of things. Yeah. Con pura vida, con mucho gusto. It's a pleasure.
To get an even closer look at the crocodiles and to see them living in parts that weren't so easy to watch from the bridge, I decided to join Richard on his company's boat.
Bienvenidos, muchachos. Welcome to the Tempisque River. Tempisque is the third largest river in Costa Rica, with 144 kilometers large.
We headed up the river and we found lots of animals. Birds hunting in the water, howler monkeys climbing through the trees, lizards on logs, little blue herons looking for fish, and even howler monkeys eating leaves. But while the monkeys and the birds were really cool, I was really excited knowing I'd soon be seeing the crocodiles. And after seeing the first crocodile in the river, I was ready to learn as much as I could about these amazing animals. One of the first things I learned is that crocodiles are reptiles. Like many other reptiles, crocodiles have scaly skin, and the scales on a crocodile often have humps. Unlike birds, humans, or other mammals, reptiles don't have feathers, hair, or fur to keep their body heat in. On a hot summer day, if a human gets too hot, a human will sweat. The water that comes out of our body evaporates and helps cool us off. But unlike people and other mammals, crocodiles don't sweat. Besides going in the water, another way that crocodiles keep cool is by keeping their mouths open to let the heat escape. Since reptiles don't sweat, they either cool off by sitting in the water, or they keep their mouths wide open so that heat can escape. While keeping their mouths open helps them keep cool, keeping their mouths open also helps them be ready to catch something to eat. With their sharp teeth to grab their prey, short, strong legs to run fast for short distances, and a long tail to move quickly through the water, crocodile bodies make them excellent hunters. Since their gray and tan skin often blends in with the sand and logs of their environment, other animals often don't see them until it's too late for them, but just in time for the crocodile to have its next meal. While I was watching, the crocodiles appeared to be hunting for fish. And while I didn't see them, other scientists have observed crocodiles eating lots of different animals. Birds, cows, deer, peccaries, tapirs, and even monkeys. As our boat floated down the river, we saw a monkey sipping water from its wet tail. It had dipped its tail in the river to avoid getting too close and to avoid the crocodiles. Yes, scientists have observed crocodiles eating almost anything that may have gotten a little bit too close. While seeing those big teeth and thinking about the crocodiles eating might be a little scary, crocodiles are actually really important to keep the forest healthy. Many of the animals that crocodiles eat are predators of the plants. Monkeys sometimes eat the flowers. The peccaries, tapirs, cows, and deer eat the leaves off the trees. And when the crocodiles can eat some of these animals, it gives the plants time to grow and time to reproduce. Eating and staying healthy also helps the crocodiles be good parents. As Richard let us know, crocodiles are reptiles. And as reptiles, crocodiles lay eggs. Crocodiles aren't the only kind of reptile to lay eggs. Snakes, lizards, turtles, and other reptiles also lay eggs. While crocodiles look a lot like lizards, their behavior and their mating and caring habits are actually a lot more like birds. While most lizards lay their eggs and then let the eggs hatch all by themselves, using their snout or nose and their tail, crocodiles will actually dig a nest in the sand, and they'll use that nest to lay their eggs and take care of their babies. Crocodiles nest on shore, and they guard and protect their nest until the eggs are hatched. Like birds, they build a nest. Like birds, they guard the nest. And like birds, they take care of their young until they're old enough to take care of themselves.
The nesting, basically the nests are from here to May, like.
Oh, so it's
3 months.
And so she'll go, like she doesn't sit there for 3 months.
She will be around here for 3 months.
Okay.
And well, more.
Okay.
Almost 6 months because she lived with the babies for a couple more.
While this crocodile is spending some of the day by itself, hiding in the mangrove forest, other times of day, its mother is close by protecting it. So with so much to learn about the crocodiles, we spent some time observing them in different places. We observed them in the bigger rivers, we observed them on shore, and we even went to the mangrove forest where many of the baby crocodiles were growing up and learning to hunt for themselves. And by getting a closer look at some of the smaller crocodiles, I was able to learn some things about them that I never knew before. I knew crocodiles had toes, but I never looked at their feet that closely. And what I noticed was really cool. 5 toes in front and 4 in the back. The back legs are webbed for swimming. There was so much more we wanted to learn about the crocodiles, but the sun was setting, it was getting late, and we knew it was time to say goodbye. To those wonderful hunters who have great skill, have great adaptation, and take great care of their babies. So my friends, I hope you enjoyed our exploration of crocodiles. See you next time on another adventure, exploring nature and learning about science. See you next time on our next adventure.